Celtics Postgame Live is presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford proud.
Welcome into Celtics Postgame Live, presented by your New England Ford dealers and Ford trucks. Eddie House, Amina Smith here with you. The Celtics beat the Sixers in their first preseason game, 114-106. It was the Payton Pritchard game, and we'll get to that in just a few minutes. But a lot of new faces out there. Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, also had a bunch of starters out there. Eddie, what was your overall impression of what this team looked like in their first preseason matchup?
Well, you know, the preseason's not going to tell you a whole lot. You don't want to reveal a whole lot, but one thing that you do want to do is make sure you have some continuity offensively. You're getting to your spots. You're organized, and the plays you've been running in practice and guys been deflecting passes, those plays are working. And early on, Kristaps Porzingis kind of set the tone for us. He went out there and showed that he's going to be a very, very valuable weapon offensively, and he even got the block, so defensively as well. I just like the fact that today, you usually don't want to play guys as many minutes, but because we have the back-to-back situation, I'm quite sure a lot of these guys aren't going to play tomorrow. But it was good to shake some of that game rust off.
Yeah.
It's been a while since you've been out there. Your pregame rituals, not this. You have to remember that again. Like, oh, this is what I got to do again. Okay, and get back in that mode. But I like the fact that it was like 9 guys that went out there. 8 guys that got over 20 minutes. They played a bunch of different matchups. They played a bunch of different rotations. And I liked everything I seen about it. And Payton Pritchard was phenomenal.
Yeah, and just like I mentioned, it was the Payton Pritchard game. 26 points out of him. He's with Abby right now.
Payton, what a day for you. I want to start with the game. The bank opened up right at the end of that first quarter. Is that what you needed to get going?
A little bit. It's always nice to see one go through the rim. So I haven't hit the half-court one and missed the first 2 easy ones, so I'll take it, though.
Sam Hauser told me yesterday that you have been out for blood throughout this entire training camp. You come out here tonight, close this game with a win, lead the way with 26 points. Is that just a continuation of what you've been working on?
I think I just always play with a chip on my shoulder. So, you know, I've been that way since a young kid. But I'm just trying to do what the team needs, and we're trying to go after something great this year. So, you know, that's doing whatever it takes.
You still going to have that chip after you take this extension to the bank, reportedly 4 years, $30 million?
This is only going to make me work harder. So, you know, the work only continues now.
After last season, how did this come about?
The extension?
Yes.
You know, I kind of took a step away this summer, went back to work, cleared my mind, and I came back, you know, and I love the city of Boston, and I love this organization, and, you know, this is home to me, so.
What does this commitment signal to you?
That they believe in me. They believe that I could, you know, help this team win at the highest of levels, so, and I just want to prove them right, so.
Payton, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
A look at Payton Pritchard's night is presented by the Massachusetts Health Connector. Act now and stay covered at mahealthconnector.org. Just like I mentioned, 26 points, 9 of 14 from the field, 6 of 11 from 3, also 4 assists, and he played 23 minutes tonight and, of course, reportedly signed a 4-year, $30 million extension earlier today. Let's welcome in Scal, who's live inside of TD Garden. And Scal, talking about Payton Pritchard, he said that deal reportedly is only going to make him go harder out there this season. What did you see out of Payton in this matchup?
You know, like him closing the game out, getting in his bag, making that tough shot, that's all great stuff. But the way he played today, it will translate into any game. Picking up the ball full court, pushing the basketball. You saw him push it ahead with the pass, hit those corners. Now the ball found him, and he knocked down a 3. So, like, I've always believed in Payton Pritchard. I think there's very few guys in this league that he can't guard. There's some bigger guards that he could struggle against, but outside of that, I always liked his energy. I like the way that he guards. I like how he picks up the pace. So I'm really happy that the Celtics gave him that deal. I think it's a great deal for the Celtics, and I think that Payton Pritchard is 1,000% worth every penny that he got, you know, moving forward.
And Payton Pritchard always plays with a high energy. Whenever he's inserted into the lineup, Eddie, you know, he's able to kind of take them to another level in terms of just giving them the energy that they need in a game. What are you expecting to see out of him this upcoming season? Not only just because of the new deal, but because of how his work ethic shows up on the court.
Well, he has always been a worker, head down, and he hasn't had the best of circumstances for him. It seems like every time it seems like he gets the opportunity to take a step forward in the rotation, somebody else comes and he gets to stay in the same place or maybe get moved back down in the rotation. But a true professional where he always is focused on his work, whatever the team needs, and he is rewarded for his hard work. And now the pressure of not knowing am I going to get paid is gone, but the pressure of living up to that is on. And the one thing that he said is it's only going to make him work harder. And I have to believe him. You know, with some people just give you lip service and say things like that, but with Payton Pritchard, he always goes out and you know he's a worker. And one thing about him, he's a hooper. He just loves the hoop. He's a gym rat. So I expect him to work even harder to live up to the money that he's getting. But congratulations to him. I'm happy that he got the bag, and now he could put that part, and that's not something that's on your mind while you're playing throughout the season. Man, what it's going to look like in the future. He knows that he's going to be set for that amount of money. Now it's about working on doing everything you can to help this team, and if you do everything you can to help this team, you're looking later on down the road for that other contract too. Yeah, he always emulates stay ready, so you don't have to get ready out there on the court. All right, let's take a look at the new additions and what they did tonight. Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis is presented by 24autogroup.com. 11 locations across New England. Look at Kristaps Porzingis, 17 points, 5 of 7 from the field, just 6 points for Jrue Holiday and 5 rebounds. Also 5 rebounds for Kristaps Porzingis and 1 assist each for Kristaps and for Jrue Holiday. Scal, when you take a look at Kristaps Porzingis to start this game, he was able to go out there, get a block. He started out on a very high note. What did you notice out of his play and how he kind of had a presence around the rim as well?
Yeah, I liked a lot of things he did. I liked that he could stretch the floor, no doubt about that. I do think that I liked him to make quicker decisions when he got the ball, whether it's, I liked him in the catch and shoot situation, and you saw when he jabbed and went to the basket and he dunked it. He had another one where he jabbed, went up and shot a one dribble pull up. When he was making those quick decisions, he was much better. In the third quarter, I thought the ball stuck with him a little bit, so I wonder, how they're gonna use him. I really believe that he's so talented that whether it's Tatum getting downhill, kicking to him, or him coming off of a screen and roll action, those are all things that he can really improve this roster, improve an offensive deficiency that we had last year. So I just thought in the third quarter the ball was a little sticky. One question that came up during the broadcast was how Jrue Holiday would fit in with the Celtics and this rotation. Eddie, how did Jrue Holiday fit in this first preseason game? Well, it's the first preseason game. I think he hasn't really been around this team that long. Had a couple practices with the team. I think maybe two or three practices with the team. And, yesterday before the game, you're not really going too hard. So I think when you look at what he is, he's a plug-and-play guy. I think you can insert Jrue Holiday not damn near. You can insert him to any team. His basketball IQ is extremely high. So he's going to go wherever he was going to be at. He's going to help that team so many different ways, not only offensively being the organizer or being a guy that can take a shot if you want to help off of him, or making a play for somebody else, setting the table, but also defensively understanding his versatility where he could guard 1 through 4 at times and get things happening. So, he missed shots today, and that's all timing. He missed a few bunnies. That's timing, and I'm not worried about that. Jrue Holiday will be fine. He's a plug-and-play guy, and I'm glad he's on this team because I feel like he was the missing link that we've had for these last few years of trying to get over the hump. Yeah. Is taking care of the basketball, making the right decisions, especially down the stretch. Yeah, still very early. A lot of basketball left to be played in the preseason and in the regular season. All right.